Okay, so last session we learned about how to deal with logical operators, how we can work with the logical operators like and, or. So comparison and logical operators. Next important in the operators we have assignment operators. Have you tried that EMI calculator? I uploaded example. Have you seen that EMI calculator? I uploaded the sample example also. The same example you have to just replace in sliders. You have to do that with sliders. Formula same. You don't go to online websites and browse for EMI calculator. You will be confused with their complex formulas. The formula I given to you, that's very simple, right? If you go online, so much complications will come. Just use this formula, that's enough. You will get the correct result. Next, assignment operators. We have assignment operators like plus equal, add and assign, minus equal. Similarly, others, asterisk equal, slash equal. Means subtract and assign, multiply and assign, divide and assign, modulus and assign. These are assignment operators. So these are nothing but without disturbing the existing value. If you want to add new value to it, then we can use all these. For example, so syntactically, suppose where x equal to 10, where y is equal to 20. So where z is equal to, suppose, plus equal to y. So what does that means actual? Means this is, suppose y plus equal to x, like this I defined, suppose. In this y equal to 20, that is same. In this x equal to 10, that is same. But here y equal to, suppose this is already, no need of where, assigning. That means now here what happens, already it is having 20 plus 10. Already whatever is there to y, to that the value of x will be added. That is the meaning of that. And it will be stored in which location? Y. That means, so without disturbing, you can add. That means x value is how much? 10. Y value is how much? 20. So plus equal means to the y value, x value will be added. Understood? That is what actually I done here. Just roughly I given there 20 plus 10. And finally result will be stored where? In y. That means y will contain 30. That means y is equal to 30. Value will be stored finally in this after appending the value. This already I showed you in prompt example, if you remember. In prompt example, I already given plus equal. Plus equal means without removing existing, add the new. We'll see logically we can add everywhere, minus equal, plus equal, subtraction equal, various. One small example we will try here. So what we will do is we will create a simple form here. Let's say some KFC dot HTML. I will copy some images here. If we have some images relative to this. Okay. I'll add these images here. Copy and paste in our project folder. Public images. We have these images. Okay. Now let's create a design here. Now doc type HTML, head, title, some KFC online order, something. And link relation is style sheet. Href is equal to node modules bootstrap icons dot css. Another link relation is style sheet. Href is node modules bootstrap dist css bootstrap css. So we will add in the body section class container fluid, and we will put the script source as node modules jQuery dist jQuery.js, and script source, so node modules bootstrap dist js bootstrap bundle js. So here I will keep a header, and image source is equal to images public images, so slash KFC top PNG. Okay. And width is 100%. Height I given as some 140 pixel. This is the image at the top. That's the image at the top. So we will do one thing here. So we will keep accordion here. Let's add the style. This is for body. So background color, some dark maroon. So okay, this is the background color. Fine. So now what we want to do is we want to display some effects here. So I will keep a section area. Now, if you remembered, we designed accordion in Bootstrap. We learned about accordion, how to use accordion div. So we will put a class. What is the class? Accordion. Accordion will have an ID. So ID is order form. Order form is the accordion ID. How to design contents in accordion? What is the next in accordion? Open notes, huh? Open notes and see. You practiced Bootstrap. What practice it then? You should remember at this level now. You cannot depend on just notes anymore. At this level, you should remember everything. related to Bootstrap basic components. You cannot depend on notes. First time while practicing, notes is okay. So after that, you should not refer to notes every time while designing these components, bootstraps, components, especially models and all. What will come in accordion? We have what are the options available? Accordion have header, collapse, accordion item, right? Remember, there is an order. If you remember, what is the order? Accordion contains accordion header. In accordion header, you will keep an accordion button, right? That means usually what happens, accordion header. In accordion header, actually we can put a heading. Suppose I defined a heading like, so general heading like customer details. This is actually accordion header. Customer details is the accordion header. But if I want like a clickable one, then what we do? We just keep here as a button. Button is what? Suppose class BTN and BTN danger, right? And here we given as customer details. This becomes accordion button, means a class accordion button, right? We have to define accordion button. Accordion button will give the button like appearance. Complete appearance we want W100. So that means width it will fit. But width fit means it should have a complete width for accordion. Header width also you need to define. And the content also must be same. So next we have one more option. It will get the width. For that we need one more option now. Already the class is BTN. We will apply that accordion button class. But accordion buttons requires like this. This is accordion button. So accordion button by default have a appearance like this. You can have up arrow and down arrow. Up arrow, down arrow, accordion buttons will come. Under that, we need collapse and open. Then you know that below this, what we have to do. So below the header, so we have to define accordion collapse, right? We have to create a collapse so that it can show and hide. In that collapse, we design the body, whatever content is there. Already we have this now, where we created a bootstrap examples. This is the example. Already we tried now. If you remember this HTML tutorial, CSS tutorial, this is accordion style, right? Already we done that. I will do one thing. I will copy and paste this. And we will do customization according to our requirements inside it. Accordion. So you have to design all this by yourself. No need to verify the nodes every day. Now I will give this as KFC order. Okay, KFC order. Okay. And accordion item, accordion header, button text, I will give one thing. Here I will give as customer details. And toggle will toggle the database target. We say customer. And the collapse should have an ID called customer. Below this, rest of options we will design. And already you know accordion have database parent. Database parent is that KFC order. So it should be KFC order. Okay. So this is enough initially. So and here I will put a data list and a data term. So customer name and data definition input type is equal to text. ID as txt, name, class is equal to form control. Okay, that is one more detail. So this is mobile and the data definition input type is equal to text. ID is txt mobile and class is form control. Okay, that is fine. This is enough in the customer detail. Actually, customer detail so will look like this. This is customer detail. In customer detail, so now user clicks, those details will open. Customer name and mobile. Okay, after that, below this another item. In this item I will give as the heading as, suppose, select your meal, and here the ID I will give for this collapse as meal. I will remove the paragraph and it should go to database target as what? Meal. Parent as KFC order. Okay, and button same I will give as BTN danger, all same color. And in this now user can select a meal. I will put class row. In this I will keep the class call. This is one column and this is another column. In this column I will keep an image. Source is images, public images, and in that we have some OMG1, and below that we will keep here a div, and input type is equal to radio. Input type radio. Here we will display text. Here is nothing but I will give as OMG burger, like this. And here we will keep the width and height. Width 200 and height 200. And here we will keep text center. Okay, this is one radio button. Now here I will copy this and another one. Here some more we need to do. This is OMG2, this is OMG roller, like this. Now actually here also text center. So this is the second one. Select your meal, it will display like this. So we have customer details and we have select your meal. User can select any one out of these two. So then how to define them? We will put a class here. Form check input, right? The class form check input. And we know the rules of form check input. We know the rules of radio button. So this will have an ID OPT burger and value as OMG burger. And we have so name as meal. You know that both radios must have same name. What is that? Meal. But they have a different value, OMG roller. Because if you don't give value, by default, what radio buttons will submit? If there is no value, what radio buttons will submit? Radio buttons will submit a keyword called on. Remember the on radio buttons, and that is the reason we need to give a value id as opt roller. id is to access the radio button, value used to collect the name of the radio button, and name is to make only one radio button working. Here I will give one more here, OMG burger, and it is some 120 rupees. So ampersand hash 8377 semicolon. This is 120 rupees. That is the cost we have defined there. Okay. Ampersand hash. Okay. That is 120 rupees, the cost for that. That is OMG burger. So, and display. Now cost is there. Okay, similarly here, ampersand hash 8377 semicolon, some 100 is the cost. Okay, and here also everything is defined correctly, so that's fine. Now the point is, user will enter the customer name, some name, enter the mobile, some 91, some 987, some mobile number, and user will select a meal. That means user can choose any one out of these two, either burger or roller, any one out of these two. Now our intention is, so we have to display the bill summary, means how much he need to pay. Of these two, user will select only one. That is the intention of radio. And if he selects burger, its cost is, meal cost is 120, and roller, then meal cost is 100. And after selecting the meal, we have another option to select. So danger, and we will say select add-ons. Add-ons. Add-ons are nothing but, in addition, some snacks like. So what add-ons user can add? So here again, I am defining an ID for this as add-on. Here also ID reference as add-on. Database parent as KFC order. And inside the body, same div. So class is row, and here div. So class is call, and two columns we want, div and class as column. And in this, every column here we have input type first image, source is equal to public images, and we have some crusher.png. Width is 200 and height also 200. And below this we have a div, input type is equal to checkbox. Checkbox ID as suppose OPT crusher, and here value is equal to, so crusher brownie. Okay, and here we will say crusher brownie. Okay, and its cost here, ampersand hash 8377, its cost is some 60. That is the cost. Okay, and checkbox don't need any reference name, ID is enough, and its value is enough. So that is a checkbox. I will copy similar checkbox below. One more class is there, na? We will put a class called form check input. Okay, so we will copy this And in the next column, similar, here we have so wings.png, and here we will put as some hot wings like this. Yeah, and it is suppose 80, that is the cost here. And everything we will change ID, OPT wings. I will give the value. Suppose I given as some 4-piece PC hot wings. Like that is the value like that. So here I say 4 PC hot wings. Okay, that is the option defined there. Now you can see this is customer details. You enter the customer details. So, and you entered the mobile number 7654, and you selected a meal, any burger or roller. User can select any one, but add-ons, user can select both. User can select both. Now, what should happen is here also this column, text center, here also text center. Now, after that, I will add one more row below this div, class as row, and in the last row, so we'll put a div class as call, and here we will put a button and say place order, and a class btn and btn danger and w100. So this is the last one. We have place order button. That means user will enter the customer details. User will select a meal. Out of 2, user can select only 1. Add-ons, user can select more than 1. And 1 or more than 1 or none without add-on also. When I click place order, I want to display bill summary. How much they need to pay according to the items they selected. In the bill summary, I should also display. So I should also display, this is, yeah, how much they have to pay and what items they selected. Here it is having in the image 6 pick. I will give that 6 pick. Okay. Now fine. Now here user can select anyone or multiple. And when user click place order, it should show summary of what they selected, their names and the amount they have to pay accordingly, right? That means we will click on place order, and on place order, we will put a pop-up. Then we will design a div class as what? Model. Fade. ID as bill summary. Bill summary is the ID. And here we will have a class as model content, model dialog. In that we have the class as model content, and we have a class as model header and heading as your bill summary. So, and below I need to display so a button with the class btn close, and the data bs dismiss is equal to model. Okay, that's fine. And this is the model header, and we will put a div and a class as model body. In this data list, data term, here we have as customer name and data definition. Next, we have mobile. Okay, data definition. Next, we have another one is meal name, which meal they selected. Okay, Another term we have add-ons. 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 What add-ons they selected? And at the last total amount, how much bill amount they have to pay. These are the details we are displaying. And at the div class as model footer, we will put a button as OK. So class BTN and BTN primary and data BS dismiss model. This model should fire up when they click on place order. That means data BS target. BS target is equal to hash bill summary and data BS toggle. It should toggle model. Okay. This is the final. So enter the details, select the meal, select the add-ons, place order. It should display the summary. Now, when they click on place order, I want to get the summary and display. That means customer name, mobile, meal name, add-on names, and total amount they have to pay based on what they selected. So, and okay, it will close the bill summary. Okay, let's do this. Now for this, one more, this data term class as row. So this data term class as call 3. And this is for all definitions, all terms. All terms is this. All definition call 9. All definition column 9. So that they will display side by side. And result must be displayed in this data definition. So for every data definition, we will have an ID. This is LBL name. Second, here we have an ID, LBL mobile. Here we have an ID, LBL meal. And here we have an ID, LBL add-on. And here we have an ID, LBL amount. These are the details. Fine. Now on the button click, where is place order? Yeah. So this is the place order button click. So we have to write on click is equal to order click. Let's write the function. So in the script, we are defining the function. So function order click. First, on order click, we have to collect all the checkboxes and radios, and name and mobile are simple, nothing special. That means what we do, document dot get element by ID. So LBL name dot inner HTML is equal to document get element by ID txt name dot value. That's simple, no change. Document get element by ID LBL mobile is equal to dot inner HTML document get element by ID txt mobile dot value. These two are simple, straightforward, no change. But how do we know which meal they selected, which add-on they selected? Then we have to create. So meal checkbox. How to access that meal checkbox? Document dot get element by ID OPT. So meal not checkbox, meal radio na. We need to get so burger radio. How to get the burger radio? OPT burger. Okay. How to get the roller radio? Roller radio is equal to document get element by ID OPT roller. Okay. Now how to get the checkboxes? So where? So one is wings checkbox. Document get element by ID, OPT wings. Okay. How to get the crusher checkbox? So document get element by ID, OPT crusher. That means all the checkboxes and radios are collected. Okay. Now we need a variable meal name. Meal name is initially empty. Another variable add-on name. Add-on name is also empty. Meal name, add-on name empty. Nothing initially. Next, meal cost. Meal cost is 0. Another add-on cost. Add-on cost is also 0. Add-on cost is also 0. Meal cost 0, add-on cost 0. Fine. So now meal name, add-on name, meal cost, add-on cost. These we have to collect. So what is the meal name? Meal name depends on whether they selected burger radio or roller radio. That means we have to write a condition. If burger radio dot checked, that means if it is selected, then meal name. So meal name is equal to burger radio dot value. Burger radio dot value means that radio button value. And meal cost is equal to how much? 120. That is the cost. So that means we have to get the meal cost and display there. So this is if they selected burger. Now another condition, don't write else here. If I write else means I have to select burger then come to roller. I don't do that. I can directly select roller. That means if you select roller, every time no need to check burger. That is time waste. So don't write else. This is what generally basic programmers do mistake. They think they know very well logic programming. For every if they write else clause. For every if writing else clause is the foolish thing as a developer. We should not write unnecessarily the else until or unless it is an alternative. Selecting roller is not an alternative. They can directly select roller or they can directly select burger. So never use if and else. That's generally people do. If nobody tells this and say that you write your logic, then they write if burger checked this, else this. But you should not write like that. You should write a simple if only. Here next what we have to do is if another condition is roller radio dot checked. If roller radio is checked, then meal name. So meal name is equal to roller radio dot value. And meal cost is 100. That is the meal related details. Now what should, this is meal. If they selected burger, it will get the burger name and store in meal name. If they selected roller name and the cost will be changing. Remember both out of two, only one will be working because these are radio buttons. In that case, meal cost will be only one time stored. Either it will be 120 or it will be 100 because user can select out of these two only one. Similarly, if now add-ons, if crusher checkbox dot checked, that means they selected an add-on called crusher. According to our design, the crusher cost is 60. So then what should happen here is, so one is add-on name. What is add-on name? add-on name is nothing but the name that you have selected, that is crusher checkbox dot val. But user can select more than one add-on. Means if already add-on is selected as wings, then this crusher should add to that. That means it is not equal, it is plus equal now. That is assignment. That means add-ons in one variable, we need to store two details. In one variable, we need to store two details. So then what happens if I use equal? Only latest detail will store. So we should not store only the latest detail. We want to store the latest detail along with existing detail. Then plus equal means it will add to this existing. That means already if they selected wings, to that this name also will add. And I will put a BR so that line break will come, so that every item will be in next line. Another option is add-on cost. Add-on cost is equal to 60. Now this cost must be added to meal cost. Already meal cost is, suppose radio, they selected burger. Already meal cost is 120. To that this 60 must be added. That means meal cost is equal to meal cost plus add-on cost. Like this we write. Or we can define so like this, plus equal to add-on cost. That means already what is the meal cost present, to that add-on cost also will be added, and finally result will be in meal cost. Meal cost contains total amount with meal cost plus add-on cost. That is the operators of assignment, how they use. Similarly, if so, another one, what is it? Wings checkbox dot checked. If they selected wings checkbox, add-on name, so plus equal to wings checkbox dot value plus BR, wings checkbox dot value. Then add-on cost is equal to 80, and meal cost plus equal to add-on cost. This must be added. This is final amount. Final amount is present in meal cost. So we have to display the details. Document dot get element by ID, LBL name, LBL mobile finished, already they are there. So LBL meal dot inner HTML is equal to meal name. Meal name we have to add. Similarly, document get element by ID, LBL add-on dot inner HTML is equal to add-on name. Add-on name must be added. After that, document dot get element by ID, LBL, what is the last one? Total amount, LBL amount. LBL amount dot inner HTML is equal to, here I said ampersand hash 8377 semicolon, and plus I am giving here one more value, that is meal cost, because meal cost contains all the information. Final result will be in meal cost. So this is a simple example to understand how we can add details to existing. Suppose I said John and mobile, some mobile, and after that, so meal I selected burger, and add-ons I selected hot wings, and place order, it should get the detail. That means here, so John mobile number, and meal name is burger, and add-on is hot wings. and total is 120, 200, because 120 and 800. I will add one more add-on. What is it? Crusher brownie and place order. It will be 260. 260. And you see crusher brownie and 6 peaks hot wings. These are add-ons with OMG burger. Suppose I am changing this 6 piece hot wings remote place order, then it will be 180 because 120 and 60. That is 180. That means OMG burger and crusher brownie. Suppose I am not selecting this, then it will be empty, only 120. There are no add-ons. And I am selecting here crusher brownie and 6 piece hot wings, and meal is a roller, and I click on place order, then it says OMG roller and it is 240 with the crusher brownie and 6 piece hot wings. This is the complete total scenario how to handle. In this, we have learned so many things. That means we learned how to handle the conditions. We learned how to assign and add and assign. Add and assign string type and as well as number type. This is the basic simple interaction to understand these assignment operators. Adding and assign, subtracting and assign, multiply and assign, divide and assign, modulus and assign. Modulus and assign already we saw in the previous example. Enter an even number I showed you. Right. There also you can use modulus and assign. So this is one simple example of thing with decision making as well as these assignment operators. Now, based on this, I will give you one exercise. You have to try. Right. So this is one form I designed. So this is an example for that. This is an example, some KFC order something. I just taken this small example for that. Now what you have to do is, this is the example. Now based on this, you need to design another example. I will upload as a task. Task, you have to design a hotel registration form. You have to design a hotel registration form. You have to design a hotel registration form. That is your task. And here in this task, some complications are there. You have to put little bit brain good, right? You can't take it easy and design. I will see how much skills you have in logics now. Right now, what you have to do is you have to design the hotel registration form. I will upload that here. Yeah, this is the form you have to design. That is the form you have to design. In this form, these are all customer details. Same like the KFC form. Customer name, check-in date. Check-in date will be date picker. How to collect a date I told you by using date type, right? And total number of days per picker. User can select number from 1 to 5 days like that. Total number of persons, that also number picker. Now we have two types of rooms, deluxe room, some suite room. Suppose if user selects deluxe room, per day 2,500. If suite room, then per day 4,000. And add-ons, amenities are like add-ons. If user selects AC as an AC, per day 1,000 rupees. Per locker, per day 300 rupees. Suppose they selected a suite room with AC and locker, then it will be 5,300. 5,300 per day. And how many days they select here? Total days 3. That means 3 into 5,300. 3 into 5,300. Not only that, one more logic is up to 2 persons, it is no change. Up to 2 persons, it is no change in the cost. But more than 2 person, every extra person, 1,000 extra on bill. So for more than 2 persons, for every extra person, 1,000 on bill, entire bill, 1,000 on entire bill per day. Per day. That is the condition here. That is the condition here. That means up to 2 people. So up to 2 people, 0. If more than 2 people, suppose 4 people are there, that means how many people extra? 2 people extra. 2 into 1,000 is 2,000. 2,000 per day. Depends on how many days they have. How many days they are. Per every day extra they have to calculate. This is the condition. Up to 2 people, no cost change. For every extra person, 1,000 on total amount. This you have to calculate. Suppose I selected 3 people, then what should happen? 5,300. How many extra people are there? 1. That means up to 2, no cost. So that means same cost. And one extra person, that means 1,000 per day. 3 days there means 3,000 on total bill that you have to calculate. And one more hit point is there. Advance amount will be paid. It is mandatory. You cannot skip. Without entering advance amount, if they click register, it should say advance mandatory. Advance mandatory. How to verify mandatory fields? I told you. String empty, you have to check. Don't use required field. Form required. I will just show you here, basic. Now the point here is advance amount, suppose 3,000, means total bill amount minus advance amount is the balance amount. That means you have to display all these details. Means in the details, what you have to show? In the details, you need to show customer name, check-in date, total number of days, total number of persons, room type, amenities, what they selected, advance amount, how much paid, balance, how much. Total amount minus advance amount will be balance. This you have to do 1 day time. By tomorrow, you have to submit. And let's see how many of you can do this. And this is same everything like I have showed you in KFC form. Only the number of people logic is little confusion. No confusion. Actually, that's very straightforward point. Up to 2 people, nothing to do. More than 2 people, how many people extra? Calculate into 1,000 and add that to total amount. So total amount minus advance, that is balance. Let's see how much logical brain you have now. Right? How much you can put into this and see. This is nothing complicated also. This is simple. If you can do this, I will give you really complex. I will give you really complex task. And that is very popular in MNC interviews. In MNC interviews, one popular task is there. JavaScript task. Almost in every MNC interview, you will find it. So related to front-end development, JavaScript, jQuery, I will give you that. So if you can do this, then I can get a confidence that I can give you a little bit more complicated. Right? Let's do this. Right? I will upload this into class as task for you. This is hotel registration form. Understood the logic? Huh? Understood the logic? Right. I am uploading this diagram so that it will be easy for you. As an assignment, this is hotel registration form. So this is the hotel registration form and I will upload that diagram. So this is the diagram. and you have to design this. And it's not necessary that you have to design in the same KFC form way. Your wish, your design, your wish, images and all your wish. Here I just given blocks. Here you have to put deluxe room, suite room, images, those pictures, background, foreground, appearance. Now at this level I am giving task means first achieve functionality. Once functionality is good, second, now concentrate on presentation. Your presentation must have uniform colors, uniform font styles, height, width, alignments, placements, everything perfect. At this level you need to get perfection in designs. All right, so first achieve functionality, then concentrate on that. This is an example for you. You have to, means assignment for you, you have to do that. So I will try by tomorrow. I will see how many people can do. I will show you other batch students have done very good job in this. They have done very good designs in hotel registration forms. You see other websites, online websites, how a form looks like, but fields put only what we asked, not everything. You try that such designs with our logic, right? I will upload some examples after seeing yours. Those examples, very great work done by other batch people. I hope that you will do more better than that, right? Means good user interface designs, looks very natural, like hotel registration forms in general websites. So many other batch people have done. I expect more better than them from you, right? Let's see how many of you can do, right? Yeah. So now in this, our main concept is to understand all the assignments, how the assignments are done. Next, important in the operators, we need to understand about special operators. Special operators. Special operators. What are the special operators available and how to deal with them? So there are so many JavaScript special operators. And in that, we have first important is type of. Type of is an operator. It is not a keyword. It is an operator. Type of is nothing but it returns the data type of, it returns the data type of reference variable. Data type of reference variable. Data type. That is type of. This is important to verify. Just now I told you in a hotel registration that how to check mandatory. For example, we have this KFC form. In this, customer name mandatory. Without entering name, it should not allow. Then how to handle that? Just very simple. What we have to do, all this logic means calculating total, everything. This entire logic should work if name is entered. That means first what we will do, customer name is equal to document dot get element by id txt name dot value. We write a condition if txt name, so sorry, c name, if c name is equal to empty, right? Then what to do, I will tell. Else if not empty, then do this entire work. If it is empty, what should do? So then what we will do is we will just put a, where is it? Here we will put a data definition ID as MSG and class text danger. And here we will display. So document dot get element by ID MSG dot inner HTML. It should say, so customer name required, this message should come. So if it is entered, then calculate. If not entered, then display this message. That is the point here. That means suppose without entering name, I entered mobile. So I entered mobile, I selected the meal, and I selected this, and I clicked on place order. So nothing is coming. Even we can avoid pop-up also. You see customer detail message comes, name required. So this name required, I entered the name. Then after entering the name, I blur, then it should disappear. If I finish, that also you can write. So currently we are writing here. So, and it is done. And I click on this, it should get the details and display. Now I don't want that red message anymore to display once entered. Then what you can do, we can write one more logic now. What is the logic for this text box? We have to write an option on blur. On blur, we will put hide message, right? Hide message. This we will display. And what should happen? So we have to write a function, hide message. What it should do? If same logic. So where CNAME, what is it? Customer name. Document dot get element by ID, that is txt name. If txt name dot value, and here we will write if CNAME is not equal to empty. If it is not equal to empty, document dot get element by ID MSG dot inner HTML, it should be empty. Else document get element by ID MSG dot inner HTML, it should display again same name, what required. This message should come. This type of logics are important. Blur indicates that when it loses the focus. So I click on this place order, and you can see that the customer details name required. And I entered the name here. So some name entered here. I finished it, then it will hide. If name is not entered, then it says name required. That's good. That is important. Now name entered, then it will hide. For this, we are using an option called blur. This logic you have to implement for the hotel form. For advance, remember, advance amount is mandatory. If they don't enter advance amount, it should not calculate the bill. So bill summary should be calculated only when the advance amount is entered. Then you have to write like this, mandatory. So just I will copy this. So this is for mandatory. Example with name mandatory. With name mandatory, same program, right? So that is the option. Now type of is a special operator. The purpose of this is to return the data type. Return the data type means verify and check what data type is present. This is very important because we should not allow any another data type to store, because JavaScript is not strongly typed. Then what is problem? The data type you mentioned is not same that is stored. So we can store different data. We should not allow that. Then type of will do that. Let's see. That means the special.html. First, we will see what it works, how it works actually. So we have a script, and here we have, so where product is an object. In that we have name, and we have price, and we have stock. So true or false. And now we need to know the data type of those values. Document.write. So I am just writing name is, and how to know it's. So type of product dot name. That's how we can define. That means it will check what type of data is in name, and it will return the data type. In the next line, I say price is. So here type of product dot price. And similarly, next stock is type of product dot stock. Type of product dot stock. And you can see that it is going to return the data type of those. It will get the data type and display. It says that name is string, price is number, stock is boolean. Why you need this? Why you need this? Because we saw APIs. API means, suppose you saw API NASA. This is NASA API data. This is not the data you designed. This is the data designed by somebody. And that data you have to consume and use. Then how do you know what type of data it is having? That means it is not designed by you, but you have to work with it. That means if it is not designed by you, how do you know its structure? How do you know which field is present? How do you know what is the data type of that field? Without knowing that, how you will write logic for that? That means before you are interacting with any API, first thing you should know what properties it is having. And you should know what data type of those properties. You can easily do this with a loop also. Can you tell how to write this through iterator? Instead of writing like this, how you can read all the properties of an object? How we can read all the properties of an object? We can read all the properties of an object by using for where property in. What is the object? Product. And I am printing here document.write. I am printing property plus br. Just roughly I am giving here. That means it is the logic for reading all the properties. How do we know the data type of every property? Then you can use this logic like this. What is it? So here we need to print every property and property. We need to print every property, and I will put a colon. And here I have to print a type of what? Property. Type of property will return the data type of those properties, and put a br here. So br here, and you see it returns property type. Property type is string. How to return the property value type? We know that property value type is nothing but product of property. It will return the value. Na? Product of property will return the value. That means its value type is number, boolean, string. That's the logic we have to implement to read all the properties. That means, because sometimes people immediately come, sir, 100 fields are there, then how to know? How to know? Write a iterator. Right? If 100 fields are there, how to know? Use your brain. That means use your iteration techniques. By using that, you can read all the properties. There may be 100 or 1000. You don't need to write product dot name, product dot price, product dot. You can just use one iterator, and through that you can access. So type of is an operator which is used to know the data type. This is very important to understand what type of data is coming. That means type of and variable name. Or type of object dot property name. That's how you can access. Example is this. That is to understand the data type. So data type, how do we deal? Next important, another operator is instance of. Instance of. So it is used to check the class name from where the given instance is derived. Instance means object. Instance is object. It is used to check the class name from where the given instance is derived. So classes we haven't learned, we will learn in the next level. In the next level, we will start OOP concepts. When we start OOP concepts, we will discuss about that, right? In the OOP concept, we will see how to handle this. But just overview, I will give you here. How do we handle and how do we work that and define? So what we have to do now here, instance of is nothing but, later you will learn about class. In JavaScript, suppose you have a class employee, and here I have a class, so class some student, like this. And now we created, so an object, let some David is equal to new employee, and let some John is equal to new student. That means I want to verify whether John is employee or student. Means we need to check their class name from where they derived from. Because sometimes you are just given with an object and you need to know whether that object belongs to that class or not. So it can be so many, like it can be like let. Suppose I defined as products is equal to new array. Array is also a class. Is a class. It is derived from array type. Products is an array object. So that means John, David, products, all these are objects. Now what happens is, so we have to write like this. So David instance of student. That means is David instance of student. It will verify. After verifying, it will show is it true or false. David is not instance of student. So David is instance of whom? Employee. If I say David is instance of employee, then it says true. This is very important in later stages when you are dealing with OOPS concept. So to know the class, is it correctly mapping to that particular class or not? Which class it belongs to? That verification is very important, because We have to deal with lot of classes and objects, and first we need to know whether the object belong to that class or not. For that we have this instance of. What it will do is actually it returns boolean true. It is a boolean operator that returns true or false. It is a boolean operator that returns true or false. Syntactically you have to define. So object instance of class name. Example is this. Object instance of class name. This is example actually. So that I will post into classroom. That means David, I said student, sorry, employee. And here we will verify David instance of student. This will return false. It will return false. Suppose I return the same line. So, and this is David instance of employee. Then it will return true. Employee, then it will return true. Here one more point is document.write. So here products instance of object. What do you say, true or false? It is true, because every complex data is an object. Date is an object, array is an object, map is an object. Everything is considered as an object. That means you say array, true. Object, true. That means it's an object only. Instance means object, na? And any complex thing is considered as an object. Any complex thing, that means it will be true. Either date or array or a map, whatever you are dealing with, it will show that. That is basically instance of. So that means if I say, so it is an instance of David instance of object, I will save this. And here refresh that. Here refresh it. It's true only. It is an instance of object. So any complex thing is considered as an object. You can verify with the class, or we can verify with that object reference. This is another operator, that is instance of. Next important operator we have in operator. In operator you already know. We are using for in. In operator it is used to verify the existence of any property in class. So in object, verify the existence of any property in object. Syntactically, property in object, it will return true or false. That means we can write like, so price in product. If there is price property in product, it will return true. That means you can check whether that property available or not. If it is available, it will return true. If it is not available, it will return false. How to verify that price is having a value or not? How to verify price is there or not? For that we have to use in. How to verify a value is there in price or not? How to verify a value is there in price or not? Price is there, but value is there or not? How to verify? For that, which operator is, which one is used? Undefined, na? Undefined. Undefined is to verify whether there is a value or not. If value is not there, then it returns undefined. If property there or not, you can do that by using this. That means, for example, you have an object. LET product is equal to object. Product is an object. In that name, we have price. So some price. Now I am defining here document dot write. So product. So just message. So product have price. So here we will put the message that is price in the object is product. Product have price that we are defining. Now you can see it will return product have price true. Now if price is not there, in the product, then it says false. That means it can verify whether that property there or not. Property is there, value there or not. For value, we don't use this, right? For value there or not, we don't use this. Why? Because for value, what is the option used? Value there or not, that is defined by using what? Undefined. Undefined. This is just to verify whether that property there or not. Property there or not. If the value there or not, you write like this. If product dot what? Price is equal to undefined. That means value is not there. If value is not there, do what else? I already showed you that one. So this is just to verify whether that particular property is available or not. And we used this with combination of for in, if you remember now. For in is used to verify all properties. Right? Read all properties, verify all properties. We have to use this. Right? Similarly, we have other special operators that we will see tomorrow. Right? In the next session. Tomorrow we will finish all operators concept. And tomorrow, very important, we will discuss about functions. Tomorrow we will deal with functions, which is very important for future. And what are functions, how to deal with functions in JavaScript, everything. That we'll see in the next session, right? Tomorrow we'll continue. By tomorrow, try the task I given to you. Tomorrow we'll continue.